Hello traders, the title of the video is how to adopt the mindset of top area wave traders. Are you an area wave trader? Do you want to adopt the mindset of the top area wave traders? Alright, let's get started. Alright, so for an area wave traders, advanced area wave traders, top area wave practitioners, well, there are few things that they know, they are aware of, that can click very fast in their mind. So in order to adopt the mindset of those top area wave practitioners, we need to know those simple things. Okay, some of them probably you already know them, but this is just another exercise, okay, to get it right. Okay. So first thing first, we know that during the third area wave, the top area wave trader know that during the third area wave, the RSI, okay, the momentum oscillators will stay overbought for a long time. So if you pay attention to my RSI period 14 on my chart, you can see that this is the third area wave from here all the way up here. And during that time, very often the RSI will stay above the overbought zone. Similar situation for the stochastic. Unlike the stochastic during the third area wave, you stay overbought for a long time. You'll be almost horizontal in overbought zone. And then during the fourth wave, especially the stochastic, will pull back a little bit. All right, this is the scenario here. So using the stochastic like the top area wave traders. So here it is. He will stay there for a while during the third area wave, and during the fourth wave, it will come down below it a little bit. If he starts changing direction, I'm not saying that we can use the stochastic to just pinpoint the fourth and the third and the fifth wave, but it's something that we have observed. It's a phenomenon that is happening. And like the top area wave trader, we can take advantage of that or to use those patterns, those observations, okay, to validate our area wave count. That this can be a secondary, second level authentication if you accept that. All right. So here it is. So now, so at first I count my wave, but then I look down and say, okay, what's the stochastic and the momentum are doing? Normally it should stay overbought in the third wave. Good. Or I'm happy. And the RSI also overbought. And the stochastic also will pull back during the fourth wave. And before going up, look at that. It pulled back during the fourth wave. And you can catch the fifth wave with the stochastic like that. So stochastic will stay overbought for a long time. You say, what's going on? And then you pull back a little bit and then form a low, turn around, and that's the fifth wave, the beginning of the fifth wave. I'm not saying that it's always the case, but this is what we have observed. Sometimes it can be a little bit messy, but it's not always 1 + 1 = 2, neat and clean like I'm showing you now. But in most cases, you will see like that. So what we are doing here is to help traders to keep their eyes wide open, like the top area wave traders, so they may spot opportunity very fast. So one trick that you can use, if you want to find, for instance, or catch the third area wave, for your stock screening or scanning criteria, you can add stochastic overbought. Okay, for the first time, you can use that criteria. RSI above 70 for the first time. So once you have the list of those stocks, now you will do your area wave analysis to see whether truly you are in the third area wave. Because usually during the third area wave, the place for the RSI and the stochastic is in overbought zone. All right, the oversold stochastic also. This is known. Usually during the fourth wave, stochastic will not come back all the way to the oversold zone. Usually find support near the 50 level or a little bit below 50 level, and then start going up again. You see? Third wave, looking at the stochastic and RSI, good. Fourth wave, looking at the stochastic, good. Now fifth wave is completed. Like the top area wave traders, During the fifth Elliott wave, we will see very often, especially the stochastic, which is the number one divergence trade indicator, will exhibit, all right, bearish divergence. You trade divergences. I'm using my American accent, all right? If you wonder why I'm speaking like a pig, all right, I'm trying to speak, to use American accent, so that's why my voice is a bit funny now. I'm working on it, though. I'm working on it. I'll get there one day. All right, so here it is. Stochastic 833. This is my recommendation. 833, nothing else. All right. End of the fifth wave, the top Elliott wave trader will expect the stochastic to exhibit a bearish divergence. So you will say to me, George, so I don't need to count wave anymore. All I have to do is to look at the stochastic. No. If you are doing that, you are diluting the Elliott wave, because the Elliott wave is advanced trading using the price action alone to understand the language of the price. Why do you have to go back now again to the technical indicator where you did come from at the first place? All right, so, but we are using those indicators to confirm, okay, the price action. All right, it's a kind of a secondary, okay, verification. All right, or a little bit, we can go a little bit faster. All right, if you have a trading software that can detect stochastic divergence, that will be good. So you can see, oh, have a list of stock of stochastic divergences. All right, okay. Now you want to see, are they in the fifth wave? If they are on the fifth wave, one more warning, quickly, all right? Because traders say the video shouldn't be too long, George. If you are doing what we are doing here, all right, remember that always you need to combine, okay, the wave count on that time frame to a higher degree wave count. That's it. Very important. We always must take into consideration the higher degree wave count, okay, to boost this trading method. So this is about the mindset, adopting the mindset of a top Elliott wave trader. Top Elliott wave trader always pay attention to the higher degree wave count. They will not stop on one time frame alone and just use that time frame alone to make their decision. Stochastic divergence usually occur at the end of the fifth wave. This is a beautiful example here. And look how they sell it down. Choo, 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 choo. Now, by the way, the financial instrument that we are looking at is the US dollar, Mexican peso. Mexican and American, all right? Are you building the beautiful wall? All right, the wall. Mr. Trump said the Mexican will pay for it, all right. Okay, that's another story. All right, so this is a US dollar, Mexican peso, so it's a currency pair. So here it is, see, like the top, all right. So now here again, look at this. This is the first wave. So here it is, the first wave. It's a bit funny here because normally in the first wave we have false divergences. We didn't see one here. This is a good one, by the way. It's after the first wave. So this is the first wave, second wave. The third wave has been subdivided into five minor wave, a fourth Elliott wave, and a fifth wave. We are now in a correction, talking about how to adopt the mindset of top Elliott wave traders. Are you feeling like a top Elliott wave traders already? Now, they usually apply the pitchfork tool to the first and the second wave. So from the low of the first wave, the high of the first wave, and the low of the second wave. So they apply the pitchfork tool to those 3 points. So the expectation that the trend will remain within the boundaries of the pitchfork tool. Look at this one. The price stay within the boundary. So it pop out a bit, all right, to have a fresh air, only to go back inside it. Look at it, still inside it. Are you feeling like a top Elliott wave trader? Sometimes some stock will not do that. So the price going now, the first expectation, once the second wave is completed and we are now in the third wave, we'll expect the trend to remain within the boundaries of the pitchfork tool. So we will be looking for trading setup. You see this one, on the edge of the pitchfork tool, pull back. When above it, try to retest it. So we want to look for trading setup in the vicinity. Look at that. On the edge of the pitchfork tool. On the edge of the pitchfork tool. So the pitchfork tool that we draw after the first and the second wave will be useful for us to time the market. Alright, so here you see this one. It breaks below it and retests the edge of the median line to the edge of the pitchfork tool. Now it's coming near here. So our expectation looking at the price structure right now, it may form 1, 2, 3. Doesn't mean that that's exactly what is likely to take place, but it's a possibility. Another scenario will be for it to continue to go up. If it breaks above the median line, find a support, the target will be this high here. If it goes above the high, that will be 138.2% Fibonacci extension level of the fifth wave. So we can apply the Fibonacci extension to the fifth wave, highlight the 138.2% level, apply Fibonacci extension, okay, to the whole trending phase and highlight the 138.2% Fibonacci extension level. So you are watching the reaction of the price between the two 138.2% Fibonacci extension level in case the price breaks above the median line here and finds support and also goes above this high here. Those two 138.2% level, you want to watch them in case the price forming what we call the expanded flat correction. So it may go down like this and then continue to go up to the 138.2% zones and then come back down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But again, in all cases, we will be trading on the edge of the pitchfork tool. So those are the few things that the top Fibonacci top area wave traders are using in the financial market. All right. We're expecting a false divergence during the first wave. We didn't see one here. All right, because you see, the first wave completed 1, 2, 3. This is during the second wave because of the bearish trader that were in place before. All right. We usually see also false divergences during the third wave also. But the valid, usually the valid bearish divergences will take place during the fifth wave, at the end of the fifth wave. All right. In the third area where the stochastic stay overbought for a long time, people will be selling like a donkey, and the price will not go down. On the other hand, if you were in a downtrend in the third bearish wave, the stochastic will stay oversold for a long time. People will be selling, but the price will be buying, and the price will not go up because we are in the third bearish wave. And then slowly, stochastic will turn around. That is indicating to us that we are now in the fifth wave. But we don't want to use the stochastic for our wave count, but we can use it for the verification of our wave count as a secondary authentication. Are you getting it now? Once the first and the second wave is completed and the third wave is underway, we apply the pitchfork tool, expectation that the trend will remain within the boundaries of that pitchfork tool. Yeah, it was. Sometimes, if for stock that are very, very bullish, they will break above the pitchfork tool and ride above it. So we will project the width of that pitchfork tool in the direction of the price, either up or down. All right. Market geometry. We want to trade on the edge of the pitchfork tool. If it goes above it, we project it to the direction of the price. Trade on the edge of those projections. If it goes below it, we project those lines. And we watch the reaction of the price on the edge of those lines using the pitchfork tool. So this will conclude our discussion today about how to adopt the mindset of top area wave trading. There are more to this, but with that today, you will start feeling like a top area wave trader. As always, you learn something new, work on it, practice. Don't go around just using the stochastic or whatever, doing all kind of things. Count the wave, and like the top area wave trader, always pay attention to the higher degree wave count. All right, very, very important. If you have any question or suggestion, put in the comment section. And in due course, I will be recording another video to answer your specific question. If you find this video useful, give us the thumbs up. If you dislike it, mark it down. If you find it amazing, feel free to share with your friend on Reddit, Google+, Twitter, and Facebook. Well, as I told traders, okay, some tutorial will be very short. This is one example here. 40 minutes, wrap it out. Some video maybe 30 minutes, 28 minutes. Some video, on average, our video will be 20 minutes. Some video will be 1 hour, even more, all right, depending on the topic that we are discussing. So This is it. For those who love short tutorial, happy, all right? Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. We are the TSTW24 traders talking about how to adopt the mindset of top area wave traders.